ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. Once you find the doctor you want, you can book them immediately. These doctors have all been verified from actual real patients. We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top rated, patient reviewed, credible doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat basically any condition you're searching for.
Listen, I love ZocDoc, and after using it, I would never go back to booking my doctor the regular way. Go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
Wait, so it has this dimple? Have you never? Is this a new dimple?
Yeah, this is not. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it right there on your bottom right under your lip.
That's odd.
Are you sure? Do dimples? Does that happen? Do dimples just form over time?
I've never seen that.
I can't say I have or have. I can't confirm or deny. I don't know if I've seen it before or not.
You know, I spend a lot of time looking at my face. And I have never seen that. That is new. Monet, what a wonderful surprise. So today is April 5th. I am in Miami, Florida. Mm-hmm. And last night I was in Tampa, Florida. And Monet Exchange surprised me last night at the Celebration World Tour. She was the Vogue guest. And I remember at one point during rehearsal being like, I don't know who the Vogue guest is. And normally Jordan, someone from Madonna's management team, normally comes up to me and is like, oh, the Vogue guest is so-and-so, especially if it's a queen. No matter who it is, he always tells me. And if it's a queen, he's like, do you mind if they come by? And depending on who it is, I said, just kidding. I've never said no. I've never said no.
Well, Gottmik has something different to say on Twitter because she lit your ass up.
That's not true. Gottmik has been in my dressing room twice. She came back with Violet and she came back by herself. So I know that's not true. Anyway, it was such a wonderful surprise. If y'all want to see my reaction to Monet surprising me on stage, it is on Monet's Insta Grizzle. We can actually post it here. Here it is.
Yeah, you're posting it here. So what had happened was a few weeks ago, they asked me to do the Houston shows. But I was just coming back from London. I had a thing with Lincoln Center in New York, so it didn't work out. And then my manager, like on Monday, today's Friday, on Monday, he was like, hey, they're looking these for Tampa. Would you like to do it? I was like, yeah. I was like, under one condition though. I was like, Bob can't know. He was like, our manager, which I shouted him out on Trixie's podcast, Trixie and Katya's podcast. I don't know what it is, Bob. I am obsessed with David Charpentier. I love him so much.
Wonderful.
He is so. I'm just obsessed with David. Anyway, so he's like, yeah.
If you don't know, David is one of the owners of PEG, which is our management company, and what makes David particularly charming is that he's very monotone.
Mm-hmm. He's also very honest and very blunt.
Yes. So when I first met David, he was like, I want to sign you, and I was like, well, I want you to come to my show first. Like, I don't want you to sign me without coming to my show. He was kind of giving off of Bianca's word. And I was like, but I want you to see me. And he was like, okay. So he came to the show. It was on Monday night at Barracuda, but it was kind of packed, so I didn't see him. And then the next day we sat down at what was that restaurant where it was all themed with like divas in the bathrooms, like Dolly Parton and Beyonce and Janet Jackson.
And there was one
Retro.
on Vinyl, yes.
We met at Vinyl, and he was like, you were really great last night. So good. Very funny. And I was like, are you like making fun of me? Like, no, it was great. So good. Can
I tell you, I remember that moment too, because I remember after you had that meeting, I met up with you at your house, and you were telling me the story. You were like, yeah, he was just saying, I vividly remember you meeting up with you after that, and you being like, what was that?
Yeah, so good. Great job. Did a really good job. It was like that. It was more like this. You did a great job. It was really good. You were amazing. It was a very funny show. I had so much fun.
And then
Anyway, so
yeah, so I'll only do it if like Bob doesn't know and it's a surprise. He's like, well, I think we can make that happen. So like back and forth, and they're like, yes. So Madonna had flued me out. I got flued out. They put me
mhm.
up, but then when we're getting there, I was like, oh shit! Literally, as we're pulling up, I was like, I looked to Ty, my assistant. And I'm like, Ty, wait, Bob is probably the same hotel. Like, what if he's here? So, bitch, we are sneaking
What
into
time did
the.
you arrive?
I arrived at like 3.
I was there.
You were there. You were at the hotel,
Yeah, on the 3rd floor.
girl. Oh my god, I was on the 3rd floor. I was in room 340. What room were you?
Bitch, 341.
Bob, you're lying. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not lying. I was in room 341 at the Alba Hotel in Tampa, Florida,
I
right next
was
to you.
screaming.
In the room where it happened.
So we go into the thing, and which we are like trying to sneak around. I'm like the fucking front desk, the lady's trying to check me. I'm like, shh. My name is Monet Exchange, and she's
Bitch,
like,
who you, Tina Turner? All I have is a bus pass, $3.47. But if you will give me a room tonight, I promise I will pay you back. Bitch, you fucking Angela Bassett and what's love got to do with it?
And then I don't know if because I was hyper aware, I feel like she was screaming my name because she couldn't find my name because they couldn't find my boy name. I said my boy name Kevin Burton. She couldn't find that. She was like, I was like, okay, try Monet Exchange. She's like, Monet Exchange. I was like, and I was like, I feel like this is a brand. I was like,
The
this
birds
is
flew out of the trees.
literally happened.
The water troubled. The prairie dogs went.
I'm like Monet Exchange, Monet space the letter X space change. She would find it was not my stage name. Go check into the room, and then in my room, and not even knowing you're next to me. I'm literally because Jay had called me, so I'm talking to Jay. I'm like, so because I talk on speaker. I don't like putting the phone to my head. I'm like, Jay, you can't yell though, because I don't know what room Bob is in. And so I was like on high alert, so I didn't see you. I even went to the gym, but I was like, because I knew I was gonna go downstairs. I felt bloated, so I needed to do some cardio. I was like, I hope Bob's on the gym. Anyway,
Well, no,
so
I don't go to the hotel gym. I go to I go to I go to the, well, I don't want to give them a shout out, but I go to that one gym that you don't like because the color is too aggressive.
oh, got it. Well, Bob, you literally. Oh, well, I guess no. And then so then we get there, we get to the thing, and then they put me in like the DJ. Me and the DJ shared a dressing room because they didn't want to put me somewhere else, and I had to be like contained in this room. Well, I don't think I would be able to just walk around backstage in any reality, but I was in this room.
Well, you can kind of walk around backstage. I mean, not like totally freely, but normally Jordan will escort you around, and
Okay.
they treat the guests really really nicely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know because I was trying to keep it a secret. I was like, bitch, damn, can I go somewhere else? And then so Detox and Roxy were also there with also Sassy Divine. So I was chilling with them in the risers, but they didn't want me to go out because spoiler alert, if you're gonna see the tour, spoiler alert. 3, 2, 1. Bob starts the show from the audience, and you walk through the audience. He was like, I don't want to bring you out before Bob is on stage because he might see you in the riser. Did you see Detox in them when you came out?
Well, my little brother was there,
Right.
which was
Oh,
really
your little
lovely.
brother was there too.
And put a picture of me and my little brother here, Jay. My little brother was there, which was I was so happy that he was there. So I was actually looking for my little brother the whole time, but he was also sitting, and I was like looking for him. Oh, it was so sweet and so
How old is your little
cute.
brother? 17?
17.
17, yeah.
He's 17 years old, and he kind of looks like a light skinned version of me. A little
Honestly,
bit.
while you put you, I was when. Oh, so sorry. Back at the hotel where I'm getting ready, I'm painting everything on the thing, and then Bob calls me. We talk about something, and he's like, "Oh, my little brother's there. Let me FaceTime you." I was like, "Fuck!" And then I was like, "Because if I get on FaceTime, he's gonna recognize the fucking hotel." So the FaceTime calls me, and I'm talking to Bob like this. The phone is at the ceiling. I'm like, ceilings are nondescript. No one knows a fucking ceiling, right?
That's the ceiling at the fucking Alba. Imagine.
But then I'm talking to you, and then you go, "Why you getting drag? What are you doing?" I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, bitch, I work. You acting like I'm just sitting home doing nothing. And I was
But
like,
I normally know but I know your schedule. It's on the internet. It's not a secret, bitch.
Same.
So I was like, "What are you doing? Like, you're not doing your tour hasn't started yet. You're,
You almost said your little tour. You almost said your little tour. You almost said it. I heard it.
but I didn't. but I didn't.
And I was like, I'm in Salt Lake City, doing a gig tonight. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, thank God he didn't press forward with it. Because Bob is such a loose cannon. Sometimes he'd be like, Monet, why is the phone like that? Put the phone regular. I thought it would develop into a whole thing, but thank God it didn't. And then so when they brought me by the side stage, I was like, wait, he walks past this way, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'm gonna crouch all the way down so I can hide. I was like, because you never seen my outfit before, but I feel like maybe you would recognize the wig. I don't know, because I wear that wig a lot. So I was like crouching down so he didn't see it. And then he was recording, and then I surprised you
Well, I
guys.
was very preoccupied with my brother being there. So I think that was a big part of why I was just so not aware. And I was just trying to make sure that he was having a good time. And that was his first time on a plane. That was his first time at a concert. That was
Really?
his first time in Florida. That was his first time seeing me perform. That was a lot of firsts for him. My brother's from Mississippi, a
That's
small
so
town called
cute.
Boonville, Mississippi.
So did he fly back this morning?
Yeah, this morning, yeah.
Cute. Did he just come by himself? Well, he's 17. He can fly by himself at 17.
Yeah, he flew by himself, yeah. But we were like helping him get because he had never been to the airport. We were like, this is how you do it. This is how you I was talking to him about because like when you are a large black man or a large black boy, should I say,
Uh-huh.
people treat you like a big black man. So I like pretty much from like 13, I had no from strangers, I didn't have any little boy experiences. They just
Mhm.
assumed I was a man since I was like 13 years old. So, and I was so annoyed because I felt my little brother was getting the same treatment. He's 17. He's a minor. I mean, he's an older teenager, but but he's not an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he went to the airport. He was like, by the way, he'd never been to it. This is his second flight. This is the flight back home. So he was like, I
Yes.
don't know. He was like, I don't know how to get my ticket. And I was like, oh, just go to the gate agent. They'll give you a ticket. Just show them your ID, show them your driver's license, and they'll give you a ticket. He goes, okay. He was like, oh, they told me to go to the machine. And I was like, go to the gate and say, I am a minor. I've never flown. I need help. But he had to go through all that just to not be like, go to the machine.
Yeah. Well, everything is so automated now, especially fucking, I'm sorry, United and American, they're the worst. Delta, like, you can still get in a line to talk to someone, like, United and American, they're like, go to the machine.
Can I say this? I feel like you people who work there, y'all were given like maybe a week of training on the machine. It is. I'm tired, sleepy. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I have no training. I'm at the machine. Like, what is what? Who
Yeah.
goes where? I am typing in my own name. I am. I am checking myself in. I am tagging my own bags. I
Right.
am taking the bag to the conveyor belt, putting it on the belt.
It's crazy.
What are you doing?
And then now you can tip them. Have you seen this?
Tip the ones who aren't doing anything,
Yeah, when you do the person that helps you, it gives you an option to tip them on the
and
machine.
they swivel the iPad around. They turn that iPad around on you.
And then you have to find your fucking confirmation number. That is the most random set of letters, like QBZ me Donnie XQ. It's like it is a lot to finagle. And so, oh my god, for his second time ever, that's crazy.
But he went to he was like, I'm a minor, I need help, and they're like, oh, okay.
Okay, cute. He was so sweet.
Um,
When I walked to the riser, because he was sitting there, I was like, oh my god, hi. I was like, first of all, I'm just big in his face. I was like, hi, I'm Monet. Nice to meet you. And I was like, don't text Bob and tell him I'm here. It's a surprise. And he's like, okay.
well, he didn't. Well, you didn't. He didn't stand up. He's very tall.
Yeah, he was sitting down. I didn't.
He's always sitting. He never stands up. He always sits down. I think maybe I don't know what it is, but yeah, he's my height. He's maybe a little bit shorter than me. And it really seems to upset him that he's shorter than me. He's like, I want to be taller than you, and I was like, okay, well then maybe you will be. I mean, I'm done growing, so you probably still got some more
Yeah,
years
he's
on
only
you.
17. You stopped growing at like 22, so he will grow.
I stopped growing at 14, maybe
You've been
younger.
6'2" since 14.
Seventh grade.
Got it. That's 12.
Well, in 12, I've been the same height since I was 12 years old.
That's crazy.
And my feet have also stopped growing. My feet stopped growing also when I was 12. I wear a size 12, and I was wearing a size 12 at the age of 12. And my shoe size, my height, the exact same. I've certainly expanded over the years, honey.
I don't know when I stopped growing. I don't remember when I reached when I became 5'10" and 3/4 forever. I do not remember. But
I'm screaming at 3/4. I was 6'2" and I was 125 pounds in 7th grade.
how do you know your weight? Why was you weighing yourself in middle school?
You don't know your weight?
I did not. I did not start. I didn't
I mean,
start
we
being
had a
conscious.
scale, or we also had PE where you had to weigh yourself for your physical.
Yeah, we girl. I told you we didn't have
I
PE,
just forgot y'all
girl.
don't have PE. That's crazy. Yeah, so in Georgia, you have to weigh yourself and you have to do a physical fitness test once a year.
And everybody in your class be knowing your weight.
No, you know your own weight. They don't shout it out to the class, but when you go back, everyone asks you, how much do you weigh? How tall are you?
But also at that age, you're not like, oh my god, I'm fat. Or maybe you are. I don't know. But I
No, some people are. I mean,
I don't rem-
I was absurdly skinny, so I was not having that conversation.
I don't know when I became aware of my body and like being like, oh my god, I'm fat. I feel like my family used to like make like little fat chubby jokes about me, but I don't. I feel like I didn't like wasn't like, oh my god, like obsessed about it. Maybe not until like high school, like maybe like 10th grade. I was like, oh bitch, I'm fat. I
I just
think.
asked my mom because I was a chubby kid. I was 95 pounds in kindergarten. I just asked my mom, "Do you think I want to be fat?" And she go, "No, no, no." And then by 7th grade, she was like, "Oh, I thought she was gonna be fat." Ooh, it was hard to lie to you every day.
Did your family do like little jokes about like stuff like that?
I will tell you after this break.
Okay. And craction.
Welcome back, everyone. I my family didn't really make a lot of jokes about each other's physical appearance. We don't make fun of anyone for being fat or short. Even we have some short people in my family. Believe it or not, there are some shorties in my family. Um, and no, we don't. We didn't make fun of anyone for anyone's appearance in my family.
Were y'all like a roasting family though? Like would y'all like roast each other?
No, we make jokes at each other's expense, but it's like circumstantial things. It'll be like everyone's laughing about something that's happening to Justin right now in this moment, but it's not like you ugly ass fucking like
Yeah.
it was never that.
Yeah, we're the same. We weren't, yeah. Yeah, I would agree. We weren't like a roasting family. Like you see these families that are like roasting each other. And honestly, that sounds like a lot of fun and probably builds a lot of character, but we were not a roasting family.
I mean, I have friendships like that, and but I don't think my friendships also we're also not roasting each other based on each other's physical appearance. No one's like you ugly or you fat or you anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we do give each other a hard time, especially if you like do something stupid or you do something outrageous or something like that, or if you make a absurd decision, we will definitely let you have it on that front for sure.
I'm gonna let you have it. Let's have a tiki.
It's time for Divas 2, Monet. It's time for Divas 2, the motherfucking debate of the century, honey. So there is a Latin music diva who is getting the business
Girl.
on the internet, and
Girl.
they are letting her have it.
It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. And I'm like, what did she do to upset people so bad? Like I just feel like I woke up one day and it was just all over Instagram and TikTok, just roasting this. Talking about roasting, they are roasting the shit out of her.
Apparently, she's not nice. Okay, I think there's a couple of things. One, she's cringy. So Jennifer Lopez is cringy. So I think
How?
the video of her with her hair out, and she's like, "This is how I used to run around in the Bronx when I was 16, a crazy girl, just a crazy girl running up and down the block, just so crazy, and a girl, and the block." Like she's like a lot of that. And then also they're like, "What's something else New Yorkers say?" And she goes, "Fuck you."
I didn't see that one.
Have you heard about her bodega order?
I told you about it.
Yeah, and I don't remember like what's so crazy about that? That's like what she gets from the fucking bodega.
Yeah, but
How-
she was like, and I get that orange drink. You know what I'm talking
No,
about. And
if you
that's
know,
what
you know. I get orange drink. If you know, you know.
well, maybe she's from a different generation. Maybe they call it orange drink in her.
Well, a lot of folks in their 50s were being like, we don't know what she's talking about. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the same block she's on, and I don't know what the fuck an orange drink is. And I'm in my
Yeah.
50s, and I'm from the same block as Jennifer Lopez.
And also, but in New York, we don't call it orange. We don't call anything like that's a southern thing, like purple drink or orange drink. We don't call it that.
Okay, purple drink isn't really a thing. It's kind of a thing. You would call the jugs by their color because their flavors are so nondescript, especially the red ones. You can't tell if it's cherry, if it's watermelon.
Strawberry.
Sometimes watermelon's green, and you can't tell if it's strawberry.
Yeah.
So sometimes you would call those, and you do call red Kool-Aid red Kool-Aid because tropical punch is red, cherry is red, and again, strawberry is red.
Right.
So, but purple drink is kind of a thing, but not really a thing, if that makes any sense. But red Kool-Aid is a thing.
Yeah, red Kool-Aid is
What
for
flavor
sure.
Kool-Aid do you like? Red.
Yeah, red for sure.
And red is the best flavor Kool-Aid. But the thing about tropical punch Kool-Aid is like every other Kool-Aid is great when you take it out of the pack. Like when you dip your finger in, you get that sour little tingle just straight from. I don't mean the tub with the sugar. I mean just the straight up, just the pack that you have to add the sugar to.
Yeah.
Every flavor is great when you dip your finger in, except tropical punch. Tropical punch, you cannot do that and get the same sensation that you get from other Kool-Aid mixes.
I wasn't a big Kool-Aid drinker growing up. Like we drank Tang a lot. I did a lot of Tang, but not Kool-Aid.
I loved Kool-Aid growing up. We drank a lot of Kool-Aid. I've not made a jug of Kool-Aid in years.
Yeah, should we start? Should we start back doing it?
No, I'm pre-diabetic, so I'm like getting my blood work done every day, like a couple of times a week to try to get my body back in some sort of functioning shape. I told you, I don't know if I've shared this with the world yet.
What?
But I went to the doctor and they were like, your estrogen levels are very high.
Wait, you told me this.
Like I apparently have the estrogen levels of a cisgender woman, which should not surprise anyone because I'm incredibly cunt. So I don't think anyone is shocked by that bit of information.
And what does that do? Having high estrogen, like what does that cause?
It makes you. This is, by the way, this is what the doctor's saying. I'm not the one saying this. It can make you quite emotional. It can make you hold weight more easily. It can give you low energy, and it can also make you make like working out harder, and not only working out harder, but also like getting results from it harder as well.
So now? Are you, because of high estrogen levels in someone assigned male at birth causes that, or are they saying that's what high estrogen level does in anyone, no matter what they're assigned at birth?
I don't know. Well, maybe it's I don't know the answer to that question, but I think it's maybe because my testosterone levels were low, but not like they were just like low, but not like below average, just on the low end of average, and my estrogen level was like insanely high. So then I started taking this fucking medicine to fucking try to fix my hormones.
Got it.
So now I'm on like the hormone therapy.
Oh my
God. Turning, about to be 40. Gang, everyone. Get into it. Get into
Did Tranos, did Carrie Colby get a hold of you?
I guess so. I am on some version of hormone therapy right now, trying to get my fucking hormones back in order. So, gang.
Like obviously,
and also I had high cholesterol too, so I'm trying to like. That's a lot. I'm pre-diabetic. There's a lot going on that I'm trying to align and adjust. So to answer your question, no, I do not think I need to get back into making Kool-Aid.
That was a roundabout way to get an answer.
Not that stopped me from eating an entire pack of Sour Punch straws today.
But Sour Punch straws slap. That was my favorite thing to get from the bodega.
They're on my rider. They're on my rider now on the Madonna tour. I get one of these to show.
Oh, should I put? I don't need to be putting shit like that on my.
But I only do 2 or 3 shows a week, so it's not crazy.
I know, but you see, you giving me ideas of things I can put on my rider because I only have basic on my rider. I have Greek yogurt, I have water, I have seltzer, and I have something bananas. That's what I have on my rider. But I don't need to be putting anything crazy.
My rider's pretty plain too, and part of it because I don't want junk food in my room. But I found myself going to the dancers' room, into the production office, into the kids' rooms, looking for candy. But the kids don't eat candy, so whatever. But I found myself going to like every other room, like looking for candy. I was like, this is absurd. This is like every day. I'm like, I don't no candy in my room, but I'm like literally scavenging for candy every day. And they're like, "You here for candy?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm here for candy." And I'm like rummaging through the people's desks and shit. And going to the dancers' room, they be like, "You don't come here and say, hey, you don't hang out. You just walk to the table and just start eating Reese's Pieces."
Oh my God! So I guess our writers are not very diva-rific. Like our writers are pretty tame.
I mean, I also want to go back again and let you all know that I still stand firm. I know we're not going to rehash this completely. I still stand firmly that asking for red M&Ms is not diva behavior because. So what I didn't tell you guys this before. when you ask for something like red M&Ms, you're not asking for a gallon of red M&Ms. All you need to do is just buy one pack of M&Ms and take out the red M&Ms and put them in a small bowl. And the reason you're doing this is to make sure they're paying attention to your rider. So if you walk into the room and there's a small bowl of red M&Ms, you don't have to check anything else. There's no need to check anything else because you know it's all going to be done because they paid attention to this very, very small detail. Otherwise, you have to like check each thing. Do they have this? Do they have this? Mine has like a protein shake, some bananas, tea, Red Bull, water, and black towels and makeup wipes. But on Madonna, I've added these Sour Punch straws and a bag of chips that I love.
And a white kitten.
Nar.
Well, I literally just had a thought I was going to say, and I literally, as I threw myself off, I said the white kitten.
Ginkgo biloba.
You were saying that you have on your rider.
Candy?
What?
Jeez, he was saying he doesn't have candy. He's looking for candy. He doesn't. He keeps it slow and healthy.
It's gone. It's gone. It is neck down the street. It is gone, girl.
Why would you try ginkgo biloba?
Red M&Ms are not diva behavior.
No, I don't remember. I really don't.
Why won't you try ginkgo biloba?
I don't say I won't try it. I just
you just keep forgetting to get it.
But is it like, do I have to go to a doctor for it?
No, they sell it's you can get it from the herbs section of CVS.
And it really works.
I mean, I don't have these brain farts, so I don't.
Do you
I
take ginkgo biloba?
No, but I don't need to. Like I don't have this thing that you're having.
I know. I get really worried about myself with the memory thing. Like I know we like Kiki about it. It's very concerning.
Well, take some ginkgo biloba. Do something about it.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I think if you're having it this young, it's probably not an issue. Like if it's this happening this young, you're probably just a forgetful person. But also, maybe the edibles you're partaking in has something to do with it too.
I have not done weed gummies in forever. The last time I did any type of drugs was when the one we were in Joshua Tree.
I don't know when that was. I wasn't there. Don't we, bitch. We weren't in Joshua Tree. Y'all were in Joshua Tree. I didn't get invited.
In January.
I would like the invite. I'm not going to say yes, but I still want to be invited.
What?
Because it feels nice. Because it feels nice. It's a very small gesture. So it's a small lift.
Noted. Okay, so they have all these new, these new queens on the music scene, and I think we should go by one and say, are they diva status now, and if they're not,
the young divas,
or are they on their way to diva status? Like, where do we think they're gonna rank up in the course of history?
Okay, like Ice Spice. Ice Spice is not a diva. I don't see Ice Spice entering into diva status. What do you think?
Yeah, I got to be honest. Of all the rap girlies, I think Cardi B will. I think Megan Thee Stallion will. I think Doja Cat will. They're on their way. They're already on their way. To be honest.
Okay, interesting. You think Doja Cat will be like diva status?
Rap diva, yeah, for sure.
See, is Doja, like, I know she had this rap album, but just because you have, like, for example, Beyonce has a country album, I wouldn't call Beyonce a country artist. Like, if Doja Cat keeps on rapping, I would say, but I don't know. She kind of.
But Doja has rapped on every album. Like Doja didn't just start rapping just on Scarlet. Doja was rapping on Bad. I'm a Boss Bitch. Said, bitch, I'm the after. You've been the before. I've been. I mean, she was rapping on what's that? She's been rapping for a while. So I would say Doja Cat is a rapper for sure. Which is funny because Lizzo considers herself a rapper.
Does she?
Yeah. She was like, so being nominated for all these Grammys is crazy because, like, I'm a rapper. So it's kind of crazy that I'm, like, getting all these awards for singing. Which, by the way, speaking of divas, I think that Lizzo's also on her way to diva status for sure. And she posted online recently that she quit. Did you see this big I quit status? It got taken down.
But then she cleared it up and she's like, when I said I quit, I'm not saying I'm quitting music, I'm quitting my life. She's like, I'm quitting paying attention to this bullshit. Like, I quit y'all, like the negative people. She cleared it up.
That's camp. That's such a camp response. But I didn't say quit. I said like ill. I said like.
But honestly, people are annoying. Again, we have it on such a small scale. I cannot imagine, especially with like all the litigations with her and the people making allegations about her, which apparently they've all been like done. So it's not like they're not even legit anymore. People are just still choosing to believe these stories that she's been cleared of by law.
You said Lizzo and Nick Smith got into internet beef?
I sure did see that. Nicholas Smith. Okay, do you
think it was an internet beef? That's not a fair description of what they went through, but it really tickles me that Nick Smith and Lizzo were having correspondence through video on
Wait, was it more than one back and forth, or was it just she stitching to his video? Was it more than that?
she stitched him, then he stitched her.
Got
That
it.
was the whole thing.
Got it.
And then she commented a few times.
Do you think Billie Eilish? I gotta be honest.
She's on her way for sure. Billie Eilish is hands down, easily, definitely 100% on her way. This is not even up for debate. Billie Eilish is I mean, I'm not even a huge Billie Eilish fan, but she is a very, very big deal. She is a huge deal in music.
I recognize, again, I think this is how we define diva, because I recognize Billie Eilish is huge. She's a huge artist, but she does not give me diva.
So you think Cardi can be a diva, but not Billie?
Yeah, Cardi gives me diva.
What gives you diva about Cardi?
Just her overall thing, like her overall image, her brand, like Cardi B. Like, to me,
Is it the opulence and the looks and the attitude? What is it?
I think this has part to do with her diva status, yes, but it's obviously not the only thing. So yeah, I don't. And again, we did this last time, like trying to define what makes someone a diva, but I don't get that vibe from Billie.
I mean, I feel like what we're kind of redefining diva as, which I feel like not just us, but it's part of the conversation around redefining what a diva is. It's like iconic woman or feminine figure in the world of entertainment. So you can be like a fashion diva, you can be a rap diva, you can be a comedy diva. Mm-hmm. So it's not. So I think that it's changed. So it used to be like you have to sell this many records, you have to have an attitude, you have to have like a reputation, low key a little bit. And you have to be able to sing your face off.
I mean, Whitney didn't have a reputation. She
did.
What was the reputation? You mean like about the
Whitney
drugs?
was doing drugs and cursing people out on the daily. Whitney Houston got into a fight with Wendy Williams on the radio. Wendy Williams and Katie Couric went toe to toe. Whitney Houston and Oprah Winfrey. Diane Sawyer went toe to toe. Whitney Houston and Oprah Winfrey. What do you mean Whitney Houston doesn't have a reputation? That was the craziest thing you've ever said in your life. Whitney Houston doesn't, and I'm not trying to besmirch this this dead woman's name, but Whitney Houston certainly had a reputation.
Dude, why did you say dead like that? It just felt really, really heavy.
Well, I didn't mean it in any kind of way, just besides acknowledging that she's dead. Let's take a break and I'll tell you why I said it.
Let's take a break. I'll tell you why she's dead.
You know when you get cornered by that one auntie at a family gathering and you feel like you have to bend the truth? You know, the one who asks you all those questions. When you gonna get married? You still got that mole behind your left ear? You gonna go back to school? You still working at that job? You ain't got a promotion yet? Okay, and then you tell her the answers and she's not even listening. Well, listen, while you have to grin and bear with your family, you should not have to feel that way when talking to your doctor about that rash that weirdly looks like your high school crush, okay? Enter ZocDoc, the place where you can find and book doctors who make you feel comfortable and actually listen to you. And we're not talking about a few, we're talking about tens of thousands of doctors, all with verified patient reviews so you can make sure the vibes are vibing before you ever meet in real life. With ZocDoc, you get more options than you know.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. Once you find the doctor you want, you can book them immediately. These doctors have all been verified from actual real patients. We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed, credible doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat basically any condition you're searching for.
Listen, I love ZocDoc, and after using it, I would never go back to booking my doctor the regular way. Go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
Okay, y'all. This is Monet Exchange. This is not a drill. My U.S. tour of my hit Edinburgh Fringe Festival show, Life Be Lifin', is coming across America, baby. We're coming to Seattle, Portland, Denver, Salt Lake City, Tucson, Asheville, Atlanta, Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and San Francisco, starting April 30th all the way through May 19th. Y'all, I am so beyond proud of the show. It's so dope. It's so fierce. And I want you guys to all experience it. So please go to MonetExchangeLive.com and get tickets to see my hit one-woman show, Life Be Lifin', about, darkly humorous, poignant, coming of age, singing a one-woman show. You don't want to miss it. I'll see y'all there. Hey y'all, it's your favorite siblings, Bob and Monet, and we have some upcoming dates that we would love to see y'all at.
Please do not forget to come see us on May 5th at the Netflix A Joke Comedy Festival in Los Angeles, California.
And then we're doing Sibling Rivalry live in San Diego on June 7th, a summer of siblings. Sounds fabulous to me. Deadfoot. They call me Deadfoot.
So yeah, obviously, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I was saying, like, I'm not trying to besmirch this dead woman's name because, like, that's the point, that she's dead. And do you believe in don't speak ill of the dead?
I used to. I think back in my, which I had to, I don't even get on that this conversation, but I've kind of, I think I'm not coming around on religion. Obviously, I think organized religion is the devil. I hate organized religion, but I think I'm leaning more into the agnostic and, like, recognizing a higher power. I really feel that strongly these days. But anyway,
two more Joshua Tree trips and you'll really be there.
But I used to, when I was like super Christian, I did. No, I don't anymore.
And wait, what?
What?
What did you say?
when I was super religious, when I was super like Christian, like I did feel like a respect to the dead and not speaking ill of them. Yeah. But now,
got it. We've just gone so far from that. I forgot that this is what we were talking about. Maybe I need some ginkgo biloba. But yeah, I never understood why we had to respect dead people so much, because I'm like, if you don't respect people you should respect people who are living, people who are walking on this earthly plane. Respect the people who can hear what you're saying and can be affected by it right here and now. If you're going to respect anyone, respect those people.
I would call. Right? I mean, yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I mean, that's just the golden rule. Just be respectful of everyone. Like, yeah.
I don't believe you should be respectful of everyone. I also don't believe that.
Okay,
I don't believe that everyone deserves respect.
So who should you not respect then?
Like, I think if someone's values don't align with yours in a way that feels like you don't want to respect them, you don't have to.
Oh, like
I don't think we are owed each other's respect. It is certainly nice to give it, but I don't think we are owed each other's respect.
Well, yeah. Well, when you say that, like that goes that I feel like that's a no-brainer. Like, I'm not respecting like a racist. I'm not respecting a Trump supporter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not respecting that.
Well, that's a little bit blanketed, right? Like, I can respect a person who is a racist without respecting the fact that they are racist.
No.
Because I'm going to reiterate, everyone on the planet has racist tendencies. So you don't respect anyone?
No.
Who do you respect?
I mean, but no.
We all have transphobia, fat phobia, racism, anti-Islamic,
anti-Semitism, overt racism. Someone that's walking around saying the N-word or calling.
So what's the tipping point? Where's the point where you're like, this is the thing that makes me stop respecting you?
When you are using derogatory names and slurs to people. If you're someone who walks on the street and does that, I don't respect you.
So what if they don't do that? What if they do everything else, but they just don't use derogatory terms? Can you respect them then?
But I mean, if you are not doing derogatory terms, then you probably like I feel like that is like the beginning of it. Like, if you are
not always for some people, because some people it's subconscious, it's subconscious biases that they have. So what you might be doing is like using your white woman tears to get someone in trouble. You might be calling the cops on people. You might be not hiring people of color or not hiring trans people at your job. But I don't call them names. I just don't want them living in my neighborhood. But I do not call them names. They have a right to live in a place that's just not next door to me. But I would never call you the N-word or the T-slur, ever.
Okay, you ate with that one a little bit.
So that's what I'm saying. What is the litmus for like where you can you can't respect someone?
You made you a little cake and you ate.
I had my little sour punch straws. I just ate some hotel beef jerky. I don't even want to know how much I paid for that fucking beef jerky. I don't even
Girl,
want to know.
you get a snack from the hotel, and bitch, you have
Girl,
paid a month's rent. If you have a soda, a popcorn, and a beef jerky, you have paid like $85.
girl, refinance your home, bitch. I had 2 apples also, apple juices. I might as well move in at this point because I'm paying mortgage. I'm paying the mortgage on this motherfucker at this point.
Yeah,
So
that's
anyways, to the thing that I feel like it is when we make. Here's the thing about racism for me. When you are attacking the racism and acknowledging that racism is just a condition that some people find, racism is a condition that we find ourselves in, and we have to unlearn the racism. But when you just label someone, you're just a racist and that's it, and you're unsalvageable, there's nothing that can be done because you're just a racist, as opposed to being like, look at your behavior and why it's racist. You can actually do some working and unlearning in that regard, which I've done with racism, with fat phobia, with transphobia, with all that stuff.
but I
Instead of
also don't
someone
think
just
it's
being
my
like,
job to help someone get that realization.
no, it's not about helping them get there. I'm not talking
Oh,
about you training
I
someone
thought
or
you were
helping
saying
someone.
it's how I can help that person see that. I got it. You're saying
No,
like
no. What I'm saying is,
you and your own self.
yeah, for yourself. And
Yeah.
also when you're looking at people like that's why I say like, that's why I say what is the litmus? Like, what is this arbitrary thing that people are doing that makes them because if you're only relegating it to people who are burning crosses and calling you
No.
the N-word, then there's way less people. But that's not as insidious as thinking what you're doing is good. Thinking what you're doing isn't harmful is way more insidious than knowing you're doing harm.
I would agree with that. Wait, what are we talking? How do we get to racism?
Can you respect who
Oh,
does
respect.
everyone deserve respect? So I don't think everyone deserves respect, but it's certainly nice to give respect to people. There are certain people like here it is, there are circumstances where I will choose to not respect someone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So for example, if you are being particularly nasty to
Break your
me,
finger. Oh.
no, I'm playing with this thing. If you're being particularly nasty to me, I will probably in that moment choose not to respect you. I might
Yeah.
choose to respect you still, but I would probably choose not to respect you. If you yell at me, if you've done something to hurt someone that means a lot to me, sometimes there are moments where I'm just feeling, I was at the gym the other day and I was not particularly nice to the guy at the reception at the desk. I was like, well, why do I have to sign up? Why do I have to pay more? I was told it didn't have to be like this. I wasn't nasty to him, but the next day I came back and said, I want to apologize to you. I felt like I was kind of out of character, and that's not the kind of person I want to be. He was like, you weren't even that mean. I was like, well, I felt like I didn't like how I was behaving. And in that moment, for whatever reason, because I was frustrated, I felt like he didn't deserve the level of respect that I normally give people.
Well, I have a thought. What about like you take that moment that you had with him, and then I want you to think about it every time we have a less than pleasant interaction on this podcast, and you think about how you can take that experience and inject it into Sibling Rivalry.
But he was really sweet and he was also understanding. So I don't see how that could work in our dynamic.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, again, I think I have had moments like I think it's a human experience to have a moment where you are less than pleasant and like you. I mean, again, but it's how you treat the moment afterwards. Like you went back the next day and you made amends with him and you apologize for your behavior. But I don't. But so you're saying in that moment he didn't deserve to give you respect because because of your behavior or because you respected him, you apologized.
Well, no, I believe that what I'm saying is in that moment, because I was so heated and agitated, I did not give him the respect that I felt like he deserved. I didn't feel like he deserved respect in that moment because I was just so irritated that I didn't have the capacity to hold space for him as a person who needed respect because I was running late. I was being held up outside. I had to give him my card. And the person at the other location was like, you don't have to do any of this stuff. And I got here. I was like, well, that guy said I don't have to do this. Why do I have to do all this stuff? And he was like, you just do. I don't make the rules. You just do.
Yeah, I mean, a place that I not often, but I get frustrated. Like
Can I guess?
guess where?
The airport.
No,
Oh.
at hotels. So again, we travel a lot and we check in a lot of hotels. And then when I go to a hotel and they don't, because what will happen is my management or my whoever they will book me if I get into the place before check-in time, usually before like
3.
11 o'clock in the morning, they'll book you the night before. But hotels, as someone who works at hotels, they will know if you do not check in the night before, They will no show you, even though you're coming in the next morning, because no one. Sometimes my team does call and alert them, but someone doesn't pass the message on, so my room is not available. When that happens, I I'm physically being annoyed, and I know I'm being short and I'm being very curt with the person, and I don't always apologize. Sometimes by the end of it, when it's fine, I'm like, also I'm sorry about before. It was just really early. I took a red eye. I'm very tired. I'm just apologize, but sometimes I don't, and you know that's the way I often lose. I often lose respect for the person on the other side. But also
I
sometimes
would.
they be cunty. They be acting like, well, I'm sorry, I don't see a reservation, sir. So so what now? And I'm like, well, bitch, I'm here. We got to figure it out.
Me and Rob had a gig in Omaha, and I got there. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I was so tired. I was so sleepy. I had just when we finished the celebration tour, we are done at like 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all.
Mhm.
And then I woke up at like 4 o'clock to get on a 5 o'clock flight to go to Omaha. So I was so tired and so sleepy. And I got there and she was like, we don't have a room for you, and we don't have a room for you, and we don't have your claim number. We don't have your claim number. And I was like, oh, so then I called my manager. I was like, guys, what's going on? They were like, it should be there. And they were like, it's not there. And then I called the people who were booking. They were like, everyone was like, it should be, it should be. And then this other lady came around the corner, and so this other lady came around the corner. And this lady, she looked like Meg from Family Guy. So she had a very upsetting face. Like, and I think because of the way Meg is considered annoying, I've been trained to think that a person who looks like this is annoying. So she was
Mhm.
annoying me with her little like smug little face. And
Anytime a
then
bitch come from the back with some papers in her hand, I know we're not gonna be friends.
no, so the bitch coming back with her in her hand was that was my bitch. So she showed up and she was like, oh, this is, she was as if she was like, oh, we're gonna have some very important people coming by. These are their cards. But I saw it from sitting down. I saw her from sitting down over here, and I'm like, I see this lady handing you these. Like, you didn't. This lady showed up with these cards, with these envelopes, with our names on them, and then because lady was like, yeah, you don't have a room, and it's not a bit, and it's not your room's not gonna be ready until 4 o'clock. I said, my gig's at noon. She goes, well, I don't know. She goes, well, I'm very sorry, sir, but we just don't have a room for you. It won't be available until 4 o'clock. I'm sorry. And I was like, this is so annoying. Lady comes by with the envelopes, and then the other lady takes the envelope, comes around to meet me and Rob, and she's like, I figured it out. I don't think you did figure it out. I think the other lady figured it out, and then you took the credit for it. Because you were up here hollering, ain't nothing, y'all ain't got nothing. Take y'all black asses on the streets of Omaha in the 22-degree weather, walk in the snow.
She better come and get the credit. She's like, I figured it out for you guys.
And she said it twice. I handled it. And I was like, you're lying. You're lying.
What is another place to use it? Cool.
Another place where you lose. Oh yeah, lose your
Lose
cool.
respect for someone. I don't know.
How are you? Oh, I did something in the elevator the other day in Atlanta on the tour, and honestly, I was kidding, but I don't know how this guy took it. I have no clue how he took it. I was in the
Let me guess.
elevator.
You were doing a bit.
I was doing a bit. I was in the elevator, and I was had my face on, and I'm like wearing parts of my outfit, but not the whole outfit. I don't walk around in the ranch outfit. It's gigantic. So I just wear like my bloomers, my hair, and my jewelry, and a black like
This
workout
is
shirt.
at the venue or at the hotel.
At the venue.
Oh God. Okay.
So I walk around. I went to the friends and family to see some friends of mine from Atlanta. And then on the way down, this guy was like, Bob, shouldn't you be getting dressed in your Marie Antoinette outfit? And then I said, shouldn't you be shutting the fuck up and minding your business? No, I said, shouldn't you be minding your fucking business? What I said. That's what I said. I said, shouldn't you be minding your fucking business? Huh? And I thought because I was saying it like that, it was so clear that I was kidding.
Was he on the crew?
He was just some fan. I did not know who he was. I don't know where this man is to this day. Sorry to this man. I did not know him.
I would say sometimes if you're like running late for a thing or something, and like a bunch of fans and they see you and they want to take pictures, and then this the thing that will gets me a little thing when they come like, hi, and I can tell you want a picture. I'm like, hey, yeah, good to see you, girl. I'm like, can we take a picture? I'm like, sure, get a picture. Now I know, listen, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, okay? We can take it. I was like, yeah, come on, we have to go. Like, Monet, really? I'm like, girl, let's take the fucking picture. I have to go. I'm running late. I have to go. The bus is here. The Uber is here. Like, let's just take the picture. It's like they want to they want to have this thing of being like, you really don't have to. I'm okay, bitch, I don't have to. And I'm
What I've learned in that scenario is I go, okay, let's be really quick, like really quick. And that works every time. Okay, let's be really quick, like really quick, and then yeah, that is my whenever I'm like in the rush headed somewhere. And also one thing I do not, if people stop me and don't know my name, I don't tell them who I am, because there have been so many times where I was not who they thought I was, and that shit is embarrassing.
Oh yeah. Oh, or they'll do the thing of you're from Drag Race, right? From that point on, I'm like I'm because you have no idea who I am, and you don't really want to like you just want because could you see other people taking a picture, so now you just want to take a picture too.
Well, no, but sometimes people recognize my face, and it's not they're the first one to mention, but they just don't know who I am.
But are
Do
you
you know
really
how
a
many
fan then?
times?
Do you really want a picture then?
I don't know if they're fans, but like I remember being at the fucking airport in San Francisco before I lived there. Maybe I was living, I can't remember. And it was before I lived there. And this lady was like, it was after actually. Yeah, it was after. And this lady was like, she was holding my driver's license hostage. She was like,
At a
she went to
hotel?
hand, I went to grab her. She goes, "Are you on TV?" Do I know? She goes, "Do I know you?" And I said, "I don't think you know me." And she goes, "No, I know you from somewhere. You're on TV, right?" And I was like, "I'm on TV." She goes, "Are you who I think you are?" And I said, "Well, I don't." Holding my ID, I said, well, "I don't know who you think I am." She goes, Are you who I think you are?" And I was like, "I just don't know who you think I am, so I
That
can't
would
quite
drive
answer
me
that question."
insane.
And she's like, "Just tell me, or if you are who I think you are." And I was like, "I genuinely don't know who you think I am." And she was like, "You're Miss J."
Work.
I said, "From Project Runway?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Miss J is in her 60s."
You mean American Next Top Model?
Yeah, make that comment. I said, "Miss J is in her 60s, and you're holding my ID in your hand. Even if you think I look 60, you're holding my ID in your hand." So when you saw Miss J on Project Runway when I was in high school,
But
which I don't think Top Model came out when I was in high school, I think it came out afterwards.
yeah, not you trying to be a Gen Zer.
Wait, when did Top? No, that would put me in fucking that would put me in Gen Z. Yeah, I was in high school. I was in high school, very much so, very much so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't want to go through the thing of like you have no idea who I am or what show I just know I'm from TV. So at that point, you're not really a fan of mine. So you don't really want to. You just want a picture because you see other people taking a picture, and you just want like no.
I also got a new thing that I do whenever someone doesn't know who I am, because someone like I'm on the plane and someone walks by and they go, "Oh my god, I love you," and the guy next to me like, "Are you famous?" And I was go, "No." Or how do they know you? I was go, "We went to high school together," and we always do this thing where we act like if we see the other one before they see us, we always go, "Oh my god, you're so." We do that all the time, and they take that answer every single time. They're always like, "Oh, okay, that's funny."
When I was flying back into LA from Tampa this morning, I think I was sitting next to a celebrity guy. He was very hot, but I have no idea what show he was. At first, I thought he was the dad from This Is Us, but it wasn't Milo Vitino. It was another guy,
Screaming, I'm screaming. What's his name again?
Vitamilio.
No, and I want to say how you said it last time.
I said Vitamilio.
Oh, her.
But and I didn't want to do the thing of asking him like what because I hate that. Oh, I was on a plane the other day with Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, and I wanted to, but I'm like, he's probably so annoying. And then the other day I was on a plane with the
You say he's
guy.
probably so annoying?
No, he's probably so annoyed of like, yeah, like celebrities like who's such a big celeb. He's probably gets it all the time. He's probably like, yeah, I'm Cedric. Blah, blah,
Do you think you have
blah.
more followers on Instagram than Cedric the Entertainer?
No, I feel Cedric the Entertainer has more. But also,
Do you know how many you have? For
on
sure?
Insta, I'm
Yeah.
like 1.2.
Cedric the Entertainer has 3.3 million followers.
Yeah, for sure. Cedric is a huge celebrity.
Oh.
And then I saw the guy who voiced Dr. Facilier in I Got Friends on the Other Side.
Mm-hmm.
He always plays like a villain or like an evil dad, grandfather, or something like that. Love him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But again, he's one of those actors. I feel he's just famous to black people. But I don't know his name. Do you know his name?
His name is Keith Richards.
Keith Richards. Keith Richards.
Keith Richards. Let me see what Keith Richards look like. Keith Richards is white.
Okay, there's probably multiple Keith Richards, Bob.
I was wrong.
Keith
His first name is Keith.
Jacob.
But what's
My
his last
Lord.
name? It's called Princess.
and the
It's my
Frog.
phone went penis and the frog. I'm screaming.
Keith
Yeah.
David, my bad.
Keith
Keith
David.
David. Keith David. Oh, Keith David. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not know this man's name, but if I saw him, I'd be like, no, you hold
Exactly.
on. No, I would mind my business. So I sat next to Patton Oswalt on the plane one time,
Oh, word.
and I didn't say anything to him, but he was sitting right next to me. And the most amazing thing happened. There was this guy in front of us, watching a YouTube video on his phone, full volume.
Mm-mm.
I mean, sitting there on his phone, in fucking just sitting there, just full on. I mean, just imagine, just out here like.
I remember one time you and I were at Australia at immigration. During immigration, I always lie at immigration.
And we were all like, what? So then Pat Oswalt wasted no time. Pat Oswalt reached that little arm in there, tapped him and said, you can't do that. The guy was like, huh? He goes, you're listening to the music. We can all hear your video. And he goes,
Word.
oh, you can hear? Yes, we can all hear. We can all hear what you're doing. So you have to stop doing that. And the guy was like, I don't have headphones. He goes, that's too bad. You can't listen to that out loud on the plane.
I don't have headphones, so the option is to just listen to it on full volume in public.
Pat Oswalt said, absolutely not.
Okay, here's the thing. In that situation, I never say anything. I've been in that situation. I would never say anything. Would if Patton Oswalt was not there, would you have said something?
I would have probably because I always have my headphones on. I would have put my headphones on, put noise canceling, and conked out, to be honest. But if I'm in a situation where I can't, I mean, I might, if I'm like, okay. Like, I remember one time I was headed back from Philly. Me, Marty Gold Cummings, and someone else were headed back from Philadelphia on the boat bus. And this guy sitting directly behind us. Music just like the whole trip back from Philly. And I was so annoyed. And I was like, my thought process was like, I'm on this bus with this guy for the next hour an hour and a half, 2 hours. Do I want to argue with this man? Like, what if because I often think to myself, what if someone's crazy? Like I watch too much stuff.
That's a very good point.
I watch too much stuff on Fight Porn, which is a subreddit, and I just saw a video this morning where this woman was like, these two women got into a fight at a gym, and then one lady was like winning. That's the thing. Even if you're winning, things could go south for you so quick. This woman was winning the fight, and the other woman bit her finger off, clean off.
Oh no,
clean.
Bob.
She was giving her the business. She was bop, bop, bop. She had her down, and then the woman was like, I'm getting beat up. I know what I'm gonna do. And she took a bite out of crime. She bit that woman's finger clean off her body. So the woman was still trying to fight, and then she was kind of like,
the drag queen.
And then the woman was kind of like, oh my God, like she was like holding her hand. But then like when the other lady left, she started crying because she realized she lost her finger. It was gone.
Okay, where? At like the first knuckle, the second knuckle? Like where?
It was security footage. So I didn't see how much of a finger she had lost.
You see, I tell Andy this all the time. You can bite a finger off like a carrot. Your brain won't let you bite your own finger like that, but a finger is about as dense as it. Like the bones in your finger are not that strong.
You can bite a penis off even easier. There's not even a bone in that. But you can rip a dick off like a piece of summer sausage.
But when it's erect, though, it's probably harder because there's so much. No, actually,
have you ever bitten a chicken bone and been like a drumstick?
Wow.
You ever just broken a drumstick? I mean, you rip a piece of chicken like with your hand. You just rip it down the middle with your hands, your bare hands. Like we actually have all the strength we need to literally rip someone's fingers off with our bare hands. Do you know that people get their fingers, like people lose their fingers all the time because of rings? So basically, like if your ring gets caught and then you fall back, your whole finger will come off just from the weight of your body. Your whole finger will come off.
You told me this before, and I don't the biology of it all. Wait, so
imagine your ring.
Finger, what, does it get caught on something?
So imagine your ring gets caught on like a hook, and then you fall back, but the hook is pulling because when it pulls, the ring now does this. So the ring doesn't pull like this. The ring pulls like this. And this, thank you, Jacob. And then this thing will rip your finger clean off of your body.
Bob, that does not. I have never
That
heard of that
happens
happening. I'm
all the
not saying it
time.
doesn't happen. I don't think it's a common occurrence.
Thousands of times a year, dozens of thousands of times a year. Dozens of thousands of times a year.
So 12,000 times a year.
No, it's like I think the history is something like 40,000 times a year people lose their fingers this way. I found this out because
Why are you
there
looking
was a
that
guy
up?
on Fish Tank or Shark Tank who is selling these rings that they look like metal but they break.
Yo, the older Bob gets, Bobby is becoming someone's black mother. That show on Nemo's World.
Fish Tank, Shark Tank. But yeah, it was yeah. I was like, this is so that's when I kind of stopped wearing rings. I was like, I mean, I never really wear rings. I was like, I can't wear rings anymore. Like, I can only wear rings for like moments where I'm like on you're doing something or filming something, but I can't just walk around the world with rings on.
You are such a freak.
That's why I'm not fighting people.
Can I
Like there
tell
was a
you?
guy in
Last
Russia. There was a guy in Russia who was like winning this fight, and then he started getting jumped by all these security guards and these people because he was just so big. And then he just put out a gun and started shooting people in their legs.
the boxer.
Like he wasn't even shooting to kill. He was shooting to wound. He was shooting to maim. That's vicious. There was another video of a guy, and this is my last story. This guy was having a fight. I don't know what was going on, but all I saw was like it was security footage. He beat this guy up and like knocked him out clean, and then got on and started pummeling him. But his body is just like literally lifeless. And then while he was out completely unconscious, he broke both of his arms, like bent them back like paper clips. So this man, all this man remembered that he got into a fight and he woke up and his arms were like, that's crazy. So is a fight worth
crazy. All that to say, that's why you did not tell that man to put his volume down on the bus, because you're like, I don't want to break my two arms.
What? Imagine waking up and you're like, what the fuck happened? Because you know when you get knocked out, you lose like memory like 30 seconds to a minute ahead of that. So all you remember was you saw a guy and you were like, oh yeah. And then you woke up and you were like, Jesus fucking Christ. I have now broken both of something happened between Nuck If You Buck and now my shits is bent back.
I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm just laughing at that. I'm laughing at that. Is crazy to wake up.
It sounds like you're laughing at the situation. I got to be honest. That's what it sounds like.
I'm laughing at the realization that you just had. You thought you were having an argument. Someone swung on you, knocked you out, and now you wake up and
It's horrifying.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's fucking wild, dude.
So anyway, that's why I tell you I don't fight you. I will do anything. So if I'm fighting you, it is my last. If I'm fighting you, I genuinely feel like I have no other option and I'm completely cornered and I feel very attacked.
Not the Laganja. Girl, the TikTok shop has me in I have bought like 8 wigs for the TikTok shop. All I get advertised is wigs and they all look so good and I buy them and I need to stop.
Does it sound good?
No, it sounds terrible. Our audio listeners are hating this right now.
Is it ASMR?
No.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like someone with glass testicles is rubbing them on a microphone.
How do they do that? How do they get all the reverb on there? It's a program, right?
Yeah. Also, I think for like guys who have to get like, oh no, there's an episode of Sex and the City. The fake balls, they're silicone balls, so they're not glass. I was like, what if I wanted glass ones? Could I get a glass one?
No, probably not. All right, I think we have. Wait, what?
It might shatter in there, huh?
Yeah, probably. You don't want that.
Yeah.
I may have shatterproof glass, but also it doesn't feel like it'd be comfortable. You want something that's like kind of the texture of what does a testicle look like outside of the body?
I don't know. I want to look that up. What does a ball look like?
What does a testicle look like? Images.
Like I want to see a real one, not a drawing.
Yeah, they're all drawings.
Ew, ew, that is
Send it.
ugly. That's a dog testicle.
Oh, I found one.
They're not
Oh.
cute,
Oh.
right? They're not cute.
Oh my God. These are the things that be giving us all this conflama. These little ugly things.
Right.
These
Yeah, I
ones
thought they'd
is
be cuter than
ugly.
that. I'm kind of disappointed.
You look nicer in the sack. All right, Monet. I love you very, very much.
I love you too, Roberta. And I hope that there's no way you're doing a show tonight. You'd have been getting ready already.
Yeah, no, I have a show tomorrow night, so I don't know when's coming out, but we have we're wrapping up the U.S. leg of our tour. We are headed to Mexico, and then we're going to Brazil.
Brasilia.
Which the Brazil show is going to be.
We kind of talked about divas,
insane.
but we don't really.
To those of you who don't know, if you're in
Brazilian
Brazil, if
fans
you're in
don't
Rio,
care.
the show is free. It is a free show at the Copacabana Beach, and they're expecting over 1 million people to come to this concert.
Gag.
Isn't that crazy?
I think Madonna should fly me out to come out again. But that's just me.
You know, they might have a Brazilian person.
Probably Pablo Vittar.
Who is so hot.
She is hot.
All right.
Or what's the one you were thirsting after the other day? A drag queen.
Yeah, drag queen is very attractive. She better work. All right, Mom. I love you very, very much.
All right. I love you too. Bye.
Bye.